at the point where we might not be able to have a wedding in Mexico. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the TCR podcast, episode 142. Let's go. How you feeling over there, babe?
What's up, you guys? Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Happy
I
hump
am
day.
actually great this week. Lately, I've been getting in some little naps here and there.
I know, yes.
Which is a miracle. I'm usually not a napper,
It's
and
not
lately
normal.
I've been a napper. But
Okay.
I feel like they do recharge me. And for the longest, like my whole 36 years of life, I never used to nap because I would get headaches. Let me
Yeah.
know if anyone else is out there is like that. I would literally get headaches if I slept 15, 20, 30, 1 hour. It doesn't matter. I would wake up with a headache.
Well, you just came out of fresh ass nap. How are you feeling right now? No headache?
I do have a little headache.
I think that's normal though.
Is it?
I
Why you
think
never
that's
told
normal.
me?
I get like a little headache, but once I like snap off, wash my face, I'm ready to go.
I took a whole shower. I still have a little
whole
headache.
shower?
Yeah. You didn't
Let us know
notice?
down below if you guys get headaches when you nap.
Yeah.
I get a little one, pero se me va de volada.
Yeah, but the first few days that I would take naps, I realized that if I think I would get scared to take a nap because I would feel like maybe I would sleep too much and I have shit to do.
And I know you guys don't know this, but I know Lily has this like feeling that she's gonna miss out on something
I have
if she
FOMO
naps
of life.
or if she like falls asleep too early, like at 8-9 p.m. at night. She's not gonna do it because for some reason she's gonna miss out on I don't know what. She's like a little baby.
Yeah. And but lately I set timers. I don't listen to them.
No, like today, you're like, Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes. Yeah, Alexa, I don't know, for some reason was like on full blast.
And I didn't wake
And
up.
you didn't wake up. I'm like, babe, you're like,
You see, I'm not gonna nap no more.
let her chill. No pasa nada.
What
It
if I
doesn't
had-
happen too often.
What if that timer was because I had something to do
That's true. And you did.
and I didn't hear it? It's because one, I don't hear alarms. The
No,
only
I
alarm
think you
I hear
hear
is my
'em.
phone. I
You hear
didn't hear
them,
Alexa.
you ignore them. There's two
I
differences.
swear to God, I didn't hear Alexa.
Babe.
Babe, te
It
lo
was
juro por
loud as
Dios, I
hell.
did not hear Alexa. To a point where I woke up thinking that maybe you turned her off so I could sleep a little longer.
Well, I did turn her off. I said, Alexa, stop. But you like moved around and then like got a little more comfy. I was like, you know what?
If I would have
She doesn't
done,
do this too often.
yeah, if I would have done it on my phone, I think I could hear that now. But I
Okay.
don't know, Alexa was different today, so.
Yeah, it's like in the out.
Anyways, before we move on from naps, now that we're here talking about naps, which we did not plan, let's talk about some benefits of napping. For those of you that were like me and like, we got too much to do, like, como que nap, ni que fueras un baby, right? Number one is improved memory. 2, better focus and alertness. 3, increased creativity. Emotional benefits are it boosts mood. Number 2, it also reduces anxiety. That's a big one. These are some physical and health benefits.
I
It
love
reduces fatigue.
Okay.
It also helps with better heart health. And it also helps with improved immune function. The ideal nap should be between 10 and 20 minutes, which is a quick energy and alertness boost without grogginess. You see, that's what I need to practice, 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
30 to 60 minutes can improve memory, though may lead to feeling groggy at first. You think that's what I feel?
I think that's what you feel.
No,
Yeah.
I know what groggy is, but for me, it's a legit headache.
Okay.
And 90 minutes is a full sleep cycle. Helps with emotional and procedural memory and creativity.
I feel like 90 minutes.
You take a lot of 90 minute
90
naps.
minutes is too long. I think that one's there. Like right now, I literally took like a 15-minute. That was like perfect. But yeah, I feel like my 15-minute naps are perfect.
Niño, tú también te tomas 90-minute naps before bed. Mando takes
That's
a
true.
nap before going to bed.
Yes, I make sure I'm nicely refreshed before I go to bed, and then I go to bed. If that makes any sense.
Before we continue, right now that I'm drinking my drink, you guys, the freaking Salud Jarritos Mandarina has had me on a chokehold.
Got it right here.
You don't even understand. I made the girls try it at the warehouse, and we all agreed that we do not understand how it tastes exactly like Jarrito. Even though they already had a mandarina flavor.
Right.
Like Salud already had a mandarina flavor. Tasted like mandarina. But now they have a mandarina jarrito flavor.
Yeah.
And it tastes just like it. And at first, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, it's gonna taste like flat soda or what, right? Because jarrito is not. I mean, the salud is not fizzy, but it's so fire.
Yeah, I don't know how they got it together.
I don't understand the science behind it. But I don't know how they did it. But shout outs to you guys because I've been obsessed every freaking day. I have to the point where I haven't even tried the lemon or the guayaba.
And you want me to tell you the truth?
What?
Is that I wasn't never a big fan of the mandarina soda.
Same.
I was not. Honestly, like it was like I'll go through like the lime or the tutti frutti, the red one, before I get to that one.
1,000%.
Right?
And
now it's like what the hell?
Yeah. So the only reason I even tried the red one, because I've been stuck on these, is because one of the girls at the warehouse tried the red one, so I tried it from her. But it is energy, so I didn't. Yeah. I really don't drink too much energy, or at least I try not to. But anyways, 10 out of 10. They did an amazing job. If you haven't tried it, buy it, or if you know somebody that has it, go try it because. Oh my God,
I mean, you know what's so cool nowadays is that everything's on TikTok Shop. They have it on TikTok Shop. You could just buy it right quick.
I hope it's not sold out because.
And bam.
Please try it, you guys.
Yeah.
It's so fire. You don't even understand.
I don't know if our code is still active, but use TCR10.
If it's active.
I will find out if it's still active. And if it's not, email them.
And
be like,
tag
hey, what's
me.
up?
Whenever I recommend stuff, please tag me because
Okay.
I want to see if you guys really love the stuff that I recommend or not. Because I don't ever go in this deep unless I truly love something. And today I'm going in deep, honey.
Got
I'm
it.
just saying.
I want to shout out everyone that has been showing love to my new look. It's crazy that the men hate it. Men hate my look. Every single guy that looks at my new look, they're like, nah, bro. Like, the barba. But the woman, they're like, you look younger and you look skinnier. And some say I look sexier too.
Damn. Like your eyes pop more?
Man, and like, puro positive.
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting that much
love, right?
Positivity. I knew there was going to be a few in there, crushing on Mando over here. But not as
it's
much.
It's like 90%, right? Positive.
Yeah.
So now I don't know. Because I wanted to try it and see what I felt and see what. Because honestly, like, I have to change my look too to go with this facial look.
Yeah.
And that's hard for me, babe.
We were. So backtrack.
Okay.
Mando just said he has to change his look to fit that
look.
new look
Change my
that
look
he has.
to
change his dress style to fit his new facial look, right?
Right.
Why? Because whenever Mando's attire is very chill, relaxed,
oversized,
wears shorts and a t-shirt
That's it,
vibe,
yeah.
right? But with this looking a little more polished, when he dresses the way he usually dresses, it just doesn't
really
go.
And you're so used to my old look with that.
Yeah. So I told Mando, you know what? I feel like your look is more tailored to fit an attire that's more, how do I say it? Like put together.
Put together, yeah.
Not so oversized and just
Not so relaxed.
Caiga. Yeah. So you have to I feel like we need to try outfits that you could tell took a little more thought.
What if
like Pinteresty?
What if I'm jumping into a new
Era?
age phase with this look?
I don't know, which it's fine. It's fine. The good thing is that you recently had an awe moment. I don't know if you spoke about it on here. I think you did. Where did you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's recap real quick. Should I say
Just
it?
Say it.
Mando recently had an awe moment. Maybe like a month ago, we went to an event. It was a barber event out here in Plant City.
Okay, I don't think we spoke about this.
Before we got there, we kind of volunteered to help out some friends.
Yeah. Shout out to Veb.
Yeah, and Mando hadn't had a haircut in like 2-3 weeks, maybe
like
pushing it.
2-3 weeks. Let's say 2, pero con 1 week tengo.
And we knew we were gonna be working, so we didn't really get all dressed up. Even though as some people might be like, you guys should dress up, especially because, some people want to take pictures with us or whatever. We don't see it like that. We just see like we're popping up at this event to help friends.
People.
We're normal people. We're going to help, go t-shirt and whatever, right? But after leaving that, Mando's like, babe, I had an awe moment. And I said, what? He said, I realized that I need to do a little better with like
I gotta echarle un poquito más de ganas.
with getting ready and getting my hair cuts
Yeah.
on time or whatever. And I was like, why is that? And he was like,
I'll
well,
tell him. I'll
go
tell
ahead.
him. So
I can sip my drink.
I'm there mingling, and if you guys know me or met me in person, I like to like walk around and talk to everyone and just meet new people or say hi to people that network. There you go, and that's what I was doing. But at the same time,
Basically, he wasn't working and helping our friends. I
right.
was.
the bad thing was that I was at an actual barber battle, like where they're battling to do the best haircuts, and I felt so out of place because I didn't have a haircut. I was like, "What am I doing here?" And I didn't really want to get a haircut because I literally had an appointment the next morning
With
to
his
get a
barber?
haircut with my barber, so I didn't want to do that. And then on top of all that, I kept seeing guys like nicely dressed up, looking very sharp, and I was super, super duper relaxed. And to me, when I don't get a haircut,
We talked about that last week.
it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I don't feel fresh. So I was like, you know what? I wasn't feeling fresh because I just put on the black tee and some shorts and that was it.
And then to top it all off, people asking for pictures or
right.
people recognizing Mando and like excited to meet him. And then again, barber battles. I don't know about if it's like this everywhere else, but out here, they're very like they're like almost celebs out
Right,
here,
so-
or that's what they strive to be. Like they all have their vloggers
Right,
with
right.
them, or like
Which is great,
recording, and it's
yeah.
amazing. So it's Mando's like, damn, if barbers are even out here like putting out their best look
Yeah.
and their best foot forward, why am I over here just like super chill, laid back, Adam
Yeah.
Sandler vibes, you know?
So getting all this together and all these like thoughts, I was like, you know what? Me quiero poner las pilas. I want to dress better and I want to look better because I think
It's important.
It's important, but I think we're just young for so little bit of time. And this is so you guys could listen back at home and be like, okay, Mando said it. Let me do it. Put yourself together. You only
Yeah.
have one life and you're only this young right now. So arréglate un poquito, buy a new shirt, or just échale un poquito más de ganas when it comes to like looking. A good friend of mine says, you look how you feel and you feel how you look.
Dang.
So if you're looking all rough, you're going to feel rough.
That's true.
If you're looking fresh, you're going to feel fresh. So
Yeah.
just do it. You
Yeah.
know, así ahí les dejo eso ahí. That's it.
One of my New Year's resolutions
I think you've done great.
for this year was for me to actually get a little ready every single day, because every single
Yeah.
day I would be in gym clothes every single day, honey, which I love.
Yeah.
But there's this rule that I heard: if you do 2 out of the 3 rules, you will look put together. So as long as you do 2 out of these 3 things, you'll be fine. One is it's either gonna be do your hair, do your makeup, or
Okay.
put on an outfit. So my 2 that I
Oh, you
lean
gotta do 2.
towards, you got to do at least 2
Okay,
of the
for
3.
women, obviously.
Yeah. Because we know everyone's busy. Not everyone has time to do their whole makeup. Some girls take 2-3 hours to do their makeup.
2, 3.
So as long as you do 2 out of the 3, you will look put together. So my 2 that I lean towards is hair and an outfit. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I don't do my makeup. I swear.
You literally deleted the makeup part.
Makeup is never part of something that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to do my makeup.
No,
Never.
I mean, let's be honest. Luckily, thank God, for you, you have amazing skin. So that's probably what helps you. Like, I don't got to do my makeup.
Yeah, and
but if that wasn't the case, I think things would be
1,000%.
different.
If I was somebody else, maybe makeup is their comfort, which is totally fine también. But doing
Yeah.
2 out of the
There you
3, you will look put together.
Man, we're
So-
dropping some good gems on this podcast.
So that's
today.
what I've been doing this whole year.
Okay,
Hair
2 out of 3,
and
baby.
outfit. Hair and outfit.
You
hair
just
and
forgot
outfit.
about the 3, but fuck
Makeup,
it, right?
me la pela. Like, honestly, just kidding. Let's like, again, you guys got to remember we live in Florida. It is hot. It's a little humid. That doesn't make it an excuse. Girls out here do their makeup all the time. But me, if I don't got to do it, even though I have like I literally take like 5 minutes to do my makeup
Yeah,
now.
she's quick now. Before it was like 2 hours. I was like, damn, we're going to
Yeah.
be here another 2
There were
hours.
so many steps, get baking, get eyeliner, get eyebrows, get lashes. And now I don't have lashes right now, but my lashes are done. My eyebrows are done. All I have to do really is my base, and that's it.
There you go.
eyeliner is not really in, or it's coming back. Well, I don't know. So
There you go.
takes
All
2
right, you
seconds.
guys. Let's get into today's topic finally.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But nah, this is good. I like how that flows, and this is what the podcast is all about, talking, updating you guys. So let's get into today's topic. Man, today was a chill day because we only had one mission. And that one mission was to get all our paperwork and everything ready for our wedding.
What paperwork, babe?
Las pláticas for our wedding.
Dun dun dun.
Let's go. And we found out something today that we did not expect.
We're shaking our head at ourselves right
We're
now.
honestly at the point where we might not be able to have a wedding in Mexico in the church. That's literally what's going on right now. We're doing everything possible to make it happen. Mm-hmm. But because we're in Mando and Lily Bay, we wait till the last minute and we think that
everything's gonna be fine,
and
babe.
that everything's
No pasa
gonna work
nada.
out. But this situation right here is actually serious.
Yeah.
The father said, like, you guys, come on now, like it's crunch time.
Basically, long story short, if you get married through the church, it usually takes 6 months up to a year,
At least
depending
6
on your
months.
church, to get the okay from the church to get married. And what is the okay? You have to do an interview. You have to go to pláticas. Sometimes you have to do retiros for a day or 2 days. Sometimes you have to do, I've heard people have to do like community hours or attend mass more often. Another one we've heard is you have to see a psychologist. Every single church is a little different. So there's going to be different. So there's going to be, different requisitos at different church. But the church I grew up going to basically said that we're pushing it a little too late, that we have to see if we're able to make it to one of the upcoming retiros, which we were supposed to sign up for months ago,
Right.
and I didn't know. Honestly, it's our bad.
It's your
1,000%.
grandma's fault.
No, my grandma's in Mexico.
Exactly. She's in Mexico. She will be the one telling us, hey guys,
It's true.
pónganse las pinches pilas. Pero no, la señora anda muy vacacionante en Mexico chilling. Like we ain't got a whole ass wedding coming up.
It's
But
true. But yeah, basically, I
Just
had
kidding.
heard of Las Pláticas, but I thought like 4 or 5
Yeah.
months is plenty of time, like, to do that. Honestly, if it wasn't for, who told us recently, the wedding planners at the food tasting?
They like put urgency into
Yeah,
it. Like,
they
you
were
guys
like,
haven't done it?
have you guys done it? And I'm like, wait, no. They were like, oh my God, they
Yeah.
almost fainted. And I was like, oh shit. But if it wasn't for that,
Yeah,
I probably would have 1,000% forgot about it. 1,000%. Because
Yeah.
there's no like, we don't have a handbook how to get married.
Right.
Or number two, we haven't really gone to, here, at least in Florida, we haven't gone to many church weddings to have like
Someone to tell us.
mentors
Yeah.
or like friends that have gotten married to be like, hey, have you done this? Have you done that? Just nothing. Nothing. Pero bien que my friends me recuerdan about my outfits that I'm going to wear
Ándale.
for my bachelorette trip right away. Pero
Quick.
lo de la misa, nadie me dijo nada.
So yeah, let's take a little step back. I want to talk a little I want to talk a little bit about like what I learned today, and I cherish this part.
Because we did get interviewed today, you guys.
and I feel like it's religion and whatever you believe in, it's cool. But like what I experienced today, I was like, you know what, this is cool, because at the end of the day, the pláticas and everything we're doing with the church, they're trying to help our marriage. They're trying to help our future. So they're gonna give you little, questions, and they're gonna have you think about things for your upcoming marriage that's gonna be for the rest of your life. That it's very important, that not a lot of people get if you just go to the civil, right? You go to the civil, and I think you got to take a course or something to go get married in the civil, but it's not the same. So what I learned today is that I think it's important too. Like, I really think it's important to get married that way también, because no one's going to talk to you in that way.
Yeah, they were giving us more like advice. It wasn't really like, it wasn't lecturing at all. The way that the priest interviewed us was very down to earth and not so serious.
Not like, you got to do this.
Not so serious at all. Like, he was laughing with us, and very very, how can I explain
It was relaxed, like relaxed, but we knew he was the authority and he knew what he was doing because
Yeah.
he's done that for so many years. So what I'm trying to say is that I really appreciate that. And I think it's important to go through that, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But the whole point to all this is that we're trying to get married through church in Mexico. So we got to go through this whole process here in the States before this pamphlet, before this folder could be sent out to Mexico. And like Lily Bay said a couple minutes ago, we're running pretty behind with the whole situation.
It's a little tight, so hopefully. And you know what? Es que estoy bien pendeja yo. I was supposed to leave there and call somebody.
You didn't?
You were with me. We went straight to my mom's store at comer because somebody was hungry.
I was.
And then we were there
Guisadito.
playing with Luna for like 2 hours. And then we went to my tia's house because she leaves to Mexico tomorrow to say bye.
And we just forgot.
And then we just got here and I took a fat ass nap. So yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow,
urgency.
remind me, you guys. Lily, did you call the Retiro spot? Remind me when I'm on live haciéndome way or something because I'm probably going to forget again.
So just so you guys know.
Wait, why is it always on me? Why don't you call tomorrow?
That was the father said you call, and that's what we're gonna do. We're not
I'm
gonna
literally
change.
the one that made the
We're
appointment
literally
with him.
not gonna change his word and be like, oh well. No,
Mando
like,
got a
no.
call.
Yeah, like
he
what?
did look at me and tell me
He
to
looked
call.
at Lily Bay. You call, not Mando. So what I'm trying to say too is that obviously, there's always a backup plan, right? There's backup plans, and he gave us a backup plan. He was like, look, there's a class this month. You're not gonna make it. There's a class in August, and there's a couple classes coming up in a couple months. There's some that you can make or cannot make. But I asked him, wait, what if we go to Mexico and do these classes? He's like, as long as you do these classes, you're good. So if you guys see us out there, you don't ask no
and
questions.
the next week,
Don't ask no questions. You
Well,
already know what's going on.
long story short, for you to do the retiro that's coming up is July 19th. But for that, you were supposed to sign up, let's say 4 months ago.
Right.
For August, you were supposed to sign up 3 months ago. For September,
Yes,
you were
sí se
supposed
va.
to sign up 2 months ago. So you see how these could be already booked, right? But then Mando asked the question, what if they have them available in Mexico if we go while we're there, can we do it? And the guy said 100%
we
yes.
go.
Not the guy. El padre said 100% yes, right?
Yeah.
So then to top it all off, we get to my tío's house because my tía leaves tomorrow. And, they're asking questions like, ¿qué les dijeron? Y cuánto va a ser? And tarara. And we're like, well, it was like, in total, we're going to end up paying maybe like $600-$700
Yeah.
to get that okay from the church to get married. And my tío was like, no, pues mejor váyanse a Mexico con ese dinero. And I was like, because he's like, the flights les va a salir igual and you're going to be able to do it out there anyways. And we're like, bruh. So,
Yeah.
ahí le está tirando ideas a Mandito acá porque Mandito
I'm
está
just
que
ready.
se...
I'm like, babe, find out from the church that we go to in Mexico. And if we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. Y si no, we'll shoot it, and hopefully we can make it happen here in the States.
Yeah, because here we're waiting to see if hopefully
it's not a promise.
we can do the retiro.
We can squeeze in and do
Yeah.
the retiro.
And over there, it might be like, oh, yeah, vamos a hacer las pláticas este fin de semana. Or, or entre la semana del 25 al whatever, Well, we don't know until we call, but...
Yeah.
And then we'll have the okay right away. Because not only that, aside from us waiting to do the retiro, after you actually do your retiro, it takes about a month after
It's
that
such a process,
for them
man.
to process everything, send it to I don't know where they send it out to get approved, your interview, your...
La diocese, they called it.
They sent over the therapist, okay, the retiros, okay, your baptism, your communion, your primera comunión. They send out like
Everything.
a package of everything to get the okay, and it takes them about a month to get it back.
I'm like, you guys can't WhatsApp all these documents?
So yeah, tomorrow we do have a little investigating to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not getting too...
I'm down for whatever, babe. Just
Yeah, I
know that.
know.
I know you're not, but I'm down for
Mando's
whatever.
just waiting for me to be like, fuck it, let's go to
Let's
Mexico. I know. He's just waiting for me
Talking
to
about
say the
fuck
word.
it, let's go to Mexico. We'll be right back, you guys. We're taking a break. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the TCR. podcast, part 2.
I was trolling Mando because I don't know. Well, I'm sure you guys know by now, but Mando has a lisp. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's hard for him to roll his R sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm shocked nobody gave you a sobrenombre de chiquillo for that.
Oh, look at that. Segue into ridiculous Mexican nicknames that, man, they freaking damaged me, man. God damn. And that's funny, too, though. I never had a sobrenombre. Or maybe I did and nobody told me.
Yeah.
Was that the situation? But let's get started. When I was a kid, I had a tia that was blind from one eye. They called her Casimira.
Oh,
But
my God.
I didn't know how to speak Spanish, so we called her Kimberly because she Kimberly C. I like
What
that
the
one.
hell?
That was good. You ready for another one?
Yeah.
El Cindy. You know why, babe?
Why?
Porque anda sin dientes.
I know a few of those. Just kidding.
Next one. El disco rayado.
Why?
Because he stuttered a lot. Like,
Oh, my God. I have heard that. I've heard that one.
Wait,
They'll be like, pareces disco rayado.
I don't want to keep laughing at this. I don't want to get canceled. All right, last one. My uncle is big.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, he likes to wear bright colored shirts. One time, he showed up with a purple shirt, and now they call him Kool-Aid. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
That's hilarious. Right, you just had a Kool-Aid right now.
I did just have purple Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
too. If a guy with a lisp, and
None of these are good.
a guy with a lisp and that can't really, I feel like I can't talk good English or good Spanish. Like both of my freaking languages are screwed up. Like there's not one that I master.
Like, how do you have a podcast, honey?
That's what I'm trying to get at. How does a person that doesn't know how to talk English perfectly or Spanish and has a lisp, has a whole on podcasts, I can't even say it right, and has 142 episodes already?
Dang.
Like,
That just goes
what's
to
your
show that
excuse?
you guys could do anything you set your mind to.
Right, let's go. Talking about setting your mind. In the cruda realidad, we like to say the cruda realidad. You see, I can't even roll my R's, but I'm here. And we have a segment here that last week we brought back, and this week we didn't forget, so we're gonna bring it back again. What would Lily and Bay do in this situation? Give me your advice.
Okay.
And a lot of people were like, I don't think that's right or whatever. But no, this is what Lily and Bay would do. It's not what you should do. It's what we would do in this situation. Okay. You ready?
A ver.
Been dating this Mexican girl for 6 months. Vibes were good. She'd stay over for a few weeks. One morning, I go to send her a meme, and she changed her name on IG. We're not married. We're not engaged. Never talked about it. She changed her last name to my last name.
Oh, my God.
So I talked to her. She got offended. She didn't like it. Then she became super clingy.
Clinky.
Then she became super clingy, possessive behavior. We ended up breaking up. Was I the bad guy?
No.
Or was she?
No, absolutely not. I feel like something as small as just bringing it up to her attention is, one, okay to do because it is a little weird.
Right.
So if she got out of hand and got a little oversensitive about that, that just kind of goes to show how
The person who she is.
how she is and how she's going to manage everything from there on out. Like how she's going to take everything too deep. She's not going to be able to have a conversation and try to figure things out together. Why are you looking confused?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay,
I'm like, I just imagine me going through that situation. I'm dating Lily Bay for 2 weeks, and then I go to her IG and she changing her last name. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, dang, that was quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
it could come off as a little, I don't know, obsessive. Yeah,
Yeah,
the super
I
early
think
stage.
that's it.
6 months is not, at 6 months, you guys are still very much new into the relationship.
Yeah.
And some people get married at 6 months and it's okay, but it's like a mutual thing. But it's more so when it's somebody that's doing a little too much and then she gets a little out of hand. Like he said, became possessive and maybe toxic. And
well, I feel I might be wrong, right? They're young. It's a young
It's probably
relationship.
they're young, yeah.
And she tried to like show to her homies or her girls, like, I got this guy. This is my guy. Like, screw all of y'all. This is my guy.
Or maybe she thought it was cute that he would like it, which is okay too. It's not wrong. But what was wrong is the way she reacted to it. She should have said like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal."
Yeah.
You know, or I don't know.
But shout outs to the homie. Like, he corrected it. He didn't like it, and he confronted his problem because he thought it was a problem, and bam, everything ended up how it should have been.
And on her, to be on her side, if maybe she was super in love, I mean, no, because she got clingy and toxic, and no, she was doing too much.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving
All right,
on.
next one, babe. What would Lily and Babe do in this situation? My ex texted me after 3 months. She broke up with me in April. I literally asked her if she wants me in her life, and she said no. I never text her after that. Today, out of nowhere, she texts me, is it too late to apologize? I've already moved on. I said, yes, it's too late. Did I do the right thing?
If you already moved on, it's great that you told her that, because sometimes some people feel bad, and even though they did move on, they'll be like, no, I guess like let's give it another try. But if you know you already moved on, it's best for you to let that be known instead of hurting her feelings later on, because
or feeling bad
you
for her.
didn't want to be there. Yeah. So communication is key. If it's too late, it's too late, and that's all to it. You know, don't feel bad. If you weren't for her, she'll find somebody else out there that is for her, and she'll understand.
And the cool thing too is that she set those rules. Like, if we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
That's it. But no, she's coming back. Be like, nah.
I think it's worse when people feel bad and they don't know how to break up with somebody, so they're just there wasting people's time. Then that makes it worse, because then it becomes harder on the other person to let it go and to move on. But if you communicate right away how you're feeling, then I feel that sets the tone for everything.
Let's go. Next one. I think a lot of people go through this, and it's like they want it, but they don't want it. It goes like this. What would Lily and Bay do? My partner is too chill and jealous. No, wait. My partner is too chill.
Mando?
And not jealous at all.
Mando too.
Sometimes I feel like he doesn't care about me. Help me.
Huh. So I could kind of see where you think that, especially if you have people putting things in your head, and I will tell you why. Once upon a time, I had a friend tell me like, si no te cela, no te quiere. And I was like, I kind of like took that, and I was like, damn, does he have a point? Because I was so used to the
Like
men
super celoso.
in around my life, or that were trying to get with me or whatever, to have. Yeah, some were super celosos, but they all had a little bit of jealousy in them, one way or another. So when I got with Mando and he wasn't that type at all, and I had people whispering in my ear, I would like double question myself, right? But with time, I feel like you should know if he's doing everything else right. Him not being celoso, and what was the other one? And being chill is not a bad thing.
Right.
It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing. Like if you can't stand a chill guy.
Right.
If you want somebody super movidito or super on top of
you?
shit,
Yeah.
then it's a problem for you. But as far as him being the problem, I don't think it's a problem at all. And things like that, I feel you could communicate.
Yeah.
Like obviously you're not gonna say, hey babe, why don't you be a little jealous with me? But because you don't want that, believe me, you don't want that. But you could be like, if you want him to be a little more movidito, you could be like, hey, you know, I sometimes, and give him an example. When I'm doing dishes, I would like it if you like the one, you know, will get up and help me, or like take out the trash or something instead of just sitting there, you know. Because sometimes they will be helpful, but they might think that you prefer to do it. Or maybe they were, in Mando's case, the youngest child.
No, I think you took it the wrong way here.
What?
It's more like jealous versus not. So like, hey, babe, I'm going on the girls' night out. Okay, Pam, you leave?
Well, I said it's not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing.
Gotcha.
Like if you want your man to be jealous, then that's a you thing.
Okay. So
Because I don't think anyone in the world is going to tell their man, hey, babe, can you be a little more jealous?
no, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But like, if you go on the girls' night out, okay, babe, you know you're good. And then you don't hear from me until the next morning. you would feel some type of way because, let me check up on my girl at least. But then there's the extreme where like he's checking up on you, he's calling you, he's making sure that you're not with someone else. And that's completely different from jealousy and caring. I think that's what she's not
she
getting
said
here.
jealous. Yeah. So yeah, if in that case, if he's not texting you to check up on you, for me, it's not jealousy. It's just like, hey, babe, I miss you, or I hope you're having fun.
He doesn't show the caring part, and that's probably what you're looking for. I think you're using the wrong word.
Or Mando thinks you are.
Yeah.
So let us know. Let us know. We'll correct it next week if that's what you mean. That maybe he doesn't show that he cares over jealousy.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents with that.
All right, got the last one, and this is from a comment. Someone said on the previous podcast, yeah, it's easy for you to say, but having kids and a whole family at age 40, leave him, sis, is easy for you to say, Lily Bae. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I understand, and I said it on there that it's easier said than done. I 1,000% get that. But it's not impossible. You're not the first 40-year-old with kids to maybe have to go through that or is going through that. Because if somebody cheated on you, that is not good. I don't know where you in your head are trying to make it an okay thing, but it is not okay unless you let it be okay and you decide to be there. But I do understand in some scenarios it is harder to leave. And we've talked about this in other podcasts where, especially if they are the breadwinners and maybe you don't have the means to be able to get up and leave. But if you're staying for the kids, I've seen it time and time again. If you're miserable, your kids, if you're miserable and your husband's cheating on you, beating on you, or whatever the case may be, and your kids are seeing that is not a good environment for them. They're going to be a lot more happy, and you are also going to be a lot more happy when you're with somebody that actually cherishes you and takes care of you, and your kids are going to see that. If they see you happy, they're going to be happy. Because I might not have gone through it, but I'm 36 years old. I know plenty of people that with kids have been in a relationship, toxic, have been cheated on, or whatever the case is. And seeing them now is night and day. None of them, I would tell you, that have gotten worse, and some of them had it really,
they look
really
happier too now.
Some of them had it a really, really, really hard time, kind of like getting on their feet because the man was the breadwinner. But it's not impossible, right? Like, so if I was in the only situation where I know it makes it a little impossible is if you don't have family to lean on, like where you could go stay with them, and if you don't have your own money, right? Like if you're not working for yourself and he's the breadwinner. So what does that tell me? That tells me, okay, if I want to leave this man because he keeps cheating on me, then guess what I have to do? I got to start making my own money so I could try to get up and leave. So what does that mean? That means, little bit, you got to go get a goddamn job.
Or hunker down and hold tight for a little bit.
Yeah. And if let's say, because there is situations where maybe he don't let you get a job, right? That to me is already like some kind of that. I don't even know what you would call this, but I don't think it's legal for your man to not let you get a job. So at that point, I would suggest you call maybe a lawyer, get advice from somebody. Like, what can you do if you really want to leave, but maybe you're too scared to leave because of your husband and the way that he is or whatever, which happens a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like every situation is different, and we really can't go deep into this situation because we don't know everything. But at the end of the day, like Lily Bae said, 40 back in the day used to sound like, damn, you're done, you're finished. But now 40.
Yeah, girl, you're still young. You're still young. Believe me, your kids will be okay. As they grow, they're going to understand why you did what you did. And like I said, would you want your daughter to stay with the guy that's cheating on her?
Absolutely
at the age of 40?
Nope.
Hell no. It doesn't matter what age they are. You are not going to want them to have to put up with that. So you got to show them, and you got to be the role model for them.
Right. You got to show them the example. Like, look, I did it, and I'm doing it by myself, and I moved on, and I didn't deal with the bullshit. So now you shouldn't too. You know, you shouldn't be dealing with it now if that situation happens to them.
Yeah. And there's so many men out there. There's so many men out there for you to feel like you have to sit there and deal and put up with the one that you're with right now if he's toxic and cheating and all that.
All right. Earlier, we spoke about therapy. And I was like, you know what? Let's give them 3 zodiac signs you shouldn't date until they go to therapy.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm so shocked with the first one.
A ver.
Cancer. They're emotional hostage takers with mommy issues. They'll cry when you set boundaries, then guilt trip you with the I just feel so deeply, ... They're not toxic, just trauma dumping at every dinner date. Therapy.
What therapy they need? That's what that
Therapy they need is learning the difference between love and codependency. I would have never thought that about a Cancer.
Okay.
I love my Cancers.
Comment down below, Cancers.
The second one is Virgo. Control freaks disguised as perfectionists. They'll fix you like your broken project and call it love. Their version of flirting is pointing out what's wrong with your life.
Oof.
Therapy needed for releasing control and realizing not everyone is a spreadsheet.
Okay.
Last one here is Aquarius. Emotionally unavailable philosophers. They'll ghost you for 3 days to process their thoughts and then send a 3 a.m. voice memo about social injustice. They date like they're studying you for a thesis. Therapy needed for connecting heart to mouth and maybe deleting Twitter.
Okay.
There
y'all have it. Therapy's needed. Y'all let us know down below if we hit it right on the head or maybe not. But before we go, let's give them some motivation. And I just thought about this motivation right now.
A ver.
I was like, you know what? We're talking crap about me, you know, my lisp and all that. But I want you guys back at home to use your strengths, right? If you're pretty, good looking, post a picture, you know, go on social, use your strengths, right? If you're a chef and you cook really, really good food and you know you're really good at it, go do something with that talent. Any talent that you have, go squeeze it out because we only have one life and the world needs you. I'm really good at technology and I'm out here making a podcast, recording videos, doing whatever the newest trend is. And that's what I do. What is Lily Bay good at? She's over there reading horoscopes. She's over there communicating. She's really good with her voice and she's just squeezing that out daily. So what I'm telling you right now, figure out what you're really, really good at and just chase it until you can't anymore. That's my motivation for the day. I really, really believe this because I know a lot of people that I just look at and I'm like, damn, you have so much talent and you're just doing the wrong thing. So let this be your call to action, let's say. Let this be your moment.
And if you need ideas, chat GPT, honey. What can I do? Like, I recently have been telling myself, damn, whenever like I'm, let's say, done or want to step away from Guardi's, but I'm a hustler. I like to work, right? What is something that I love to do?
What is it?
I genuinely love to clean and organize.
So you would start like a cleaning company?
I don't know, maybe a cleaning company or an organizing company or something along those lines. Because honestly, it doesn't, or I don't know, I'm going to ask chat, see what other ideas it gives me. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I honestly don't see it as work. I enjoy it. I don't get overwhelmed and anyways.
So having all that said, just look for your strength. I have the perfect thing. You know, the 5-6 people around you, ask them, hey, what am I good at? Like, what do you see me doing?
Oh my God, a therapist, they're going to tell me.
And they're going to be like, oh, you're good at this, you're good at that, and you should do this if you don't have any idea. And then bam, that's what you're going to do. So use your strength.
Oh, can I just say I'm a therapist?
Yeah, why not?
Don't I have to go to school?
You could be a therapist because a lot of people come in here and be like, Lily Bay, I need your advice. Y ahí está Lily Bay giving so much advice.
Even people that I don't really see on a day-to-day, like they'll go through something and all of a sudden I get a phone call and do I have time to talk? And I'm like, what happened?
It happens often.
It happens.
So there you have it.
At least
once a month at
Once
least.
a month, yeah.
But thank you guys so much for joining us on today's podcast, episode 142. We went through like a couple things, and most importantly, our wedding. I'm so excited. I'm getting excited for it.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that I was over at I'm closing it out. But I was over at the G5 store getting hay, and the lady was like, "Hey, congratulations." I was like, "Oh shit. People think we already got married because of the video we posted." Right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me take the congratulations. I'm not going to mess up her vibe, and I'm not going to throw away that vibe. I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then that was it. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but thank you guys for joining us on today's podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Nos vemos.
Bye.